with all of the resources that you've pushed in, and I think they've made some really good changes and decisions, this is a team that needs to win 9 games and should win 9 games.
Good morning, Tommy. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you both today?
Tommy, good to talk to you, Tommy.
Not just both of you. How's Jack and Jay Moore doing as well? Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you guys out. Everybody doing well?
Doing great, Tommy.
I'm doing good.
Thanks. Awesome.
Okay, now that everyone is checked in, can we move on?
Okay.
Okay.
But listen, a hug every now and again isn't a bad thing.
That's true.
Sammy! I'm bringing the janitor in. I know you want to check in on him, too. Sam,
that's cool.
Let's bring Sam in. Sam, you okay? I'm fine, thank you. All right, so Sam's good, too.
Okay.
There you go, Tommy.
Good to know, Sam. Have a great day.
Everyone's checked in now. There you go. He loves everybody. Our favorite guy, Tommy, is not happy. You know this, right?
Who's our favorite guy?
Our guy, Mike Francesa.
Oh.
He is not happy about the new Superman movie. Okay? So, just for you, Tommy, here is a review. If you were thinking about going to see the Superman movie, you probably shouldn't. It was awful, okay?
The bottom line is this is terrible, and I cannot understand anybody thinking this was a good movie. In any way, it was awful. I'm not even going to debate with someone who liked this, but I admit I'm not a sci-fi guy. Okay? And the movies that some people will reference in terms of comparing it to, I probably haven't seen because I don't go to the movies if it's a sci-fi movie. But this was a bad sci-fi movie and an insult to the Superman tradition, to the Superman legend. As someone who used to watch him on Channel 11 on Saturday morning, this was an affront to my senses.
The Superman movie, okay? Superman, S-U-P-A, man movie, okay? Superman. Tommy.
I didn't know it was a sci-fi movie.
I didn't either.
No, I'm not going to. I don't go to see many movies. I more than likely won't go see this one, but I would have never considered it a sci-fi movie. I will say this to you both. The show that he's talking about, I believe George Reeves played the role of Superman. Do you remember the old black and white Superman series?
Saturday morning.
Yes, I used to watch that. God, how old are we?
Okay. So, Tommy, this goes on for about 25 minutes, by the way. We only played you 45.
Sure.
Come on.
Oh, it's fantastic. It is fantastic. He talks about, Lois Lane, okay? He says Superman gets beat up for 2 hours, okay? 2 hours. 2 hours of Superman. Superman gets beat up for 2 hours, okay? No one wants to see that 2 hours. Then he talks about the dog, right? I don't remember a dog, okay? Was there a dog there? A dog? And the old Superman? I watched Saturday mornings and black and white. There was no dog, okay? There's no dog. So this went on, and I was just rolling.
He spent a long time talking about something he hated.
Yes, and the sci-fi movie that is known as Superman.
Wow, that's odd. Sounds like us talking about the Bears. We just spend hours and hours and hours talking about something that doesn't make sense to us.
Oh, well, that was under Eberflus.
That's true. I heard you guys. Weren't you guys going over and J-Mac going over coaching hires that were better or worse? Than I was shocked at the number of guys that you thought Eberflus was a better hire than.
Well, I mean, did you think that Dave Campo was a better coach?
No,
they were with the sunglasses on.
There were some that caught my attention, but others I thought were, very much spot on. But
I mean, we gave you the cacophony of coaches from the Browns with Romeo Cornell and just like all those. I mean, that nonsense.
Yes, and Detroit as well.
Well, you want Marty Morningwig, or do you want?
I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
So that's it. So it's the world's tallest dwarf.
Yes,
in some of those awards we gave to
well said. You said that correctly too. Well done.
I like my job, Tom.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, you're not going to have to answer any other phone calls after that.
Here's Dionne Miller with more. Dionne?
I know you guys had a conversation about Peggy and my conversation the other day.
Yes. Could you clarify? I think, you texted us to clarify, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you're over your skis if you feel like the Bears can go from 5 wins to 9 wins.
Yeah, Peggy and I hashed it out again yesterday.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Look, I it's not even like I'm just describing myself here. This isn't. I would say last year, guys, that I was a little bit drunk on the Kool-Aid. While I was saying out of one side of my mouth, the coach isn't right. They need to get rid of him because they're drafting a quarterback first overall. The offensive line isn't good enough, especially on the interior, for a rookie quarterback to stand behind, and they don't have adequate pass rush. My dumb ass said, 10 wins. Mistake. Okay, like that was this year. You drafted the quarterback first overall. You got the belle of the ball as a head coach, who I was adamant about that this is the right guy. You've spent a boatload of money on fixing the interior of your offensive line. You've not only is the head coach the right guy, his staff is really impressive. Like, this isn't me being quote unquote optimistic. My expectation is you should win more than you lose, and I get it that you have a difficult schedule, and it does take time for everybody to get on the same page, unless you're the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh comes in and they're 5-12 the year before, and then they goes 11-6 the following year. But I digress. But it's my expectation that they win 9 games. So my prediction isn't 8, it isn't 10. My prediction is that they will win 9 games. I kind of clarified that by saying if I was in Vegas and making a play on the line, on the total, I would bet the over, which is currently at 8.5. Would I win if they win 10? Yes. Would I win if they win 11? Of course. I'm not expecting them to win double-digit games, but I am expecting them to win 9 games this year. They haven't had a better than 500 record since 2018. With all of the resources that you've pushed in, and I think they've made some really good changes and decisions, this is a team that needs to win 9 games and should win 9 games. That was my point.
They should. They should. I hate that I have PTSD, Tom. I hate that I have this skepticism about it because I've gotten excited before too. I usually am drinking all the Kool-Aid and enjoying it and being like, yes, this is going to be the year that it's going to look different, and then it doesn't. And so I'm kind of hesitant in that regard. I do feel
I understand that, Dee. And I would never try to, Carm won't bet the over. Sylvie's not going to bet the over. I joke with him all the time. And I'm not going to try to convince, I am going to try to convince Sylvie because I think it'd be really funny if he'd been saying all offseason, I'm betting the under and then bets the over. But I'm not going to try to convince anyone. But I think, yes, the reason, and I understand I'm going to take a wait-and-see approach. And that's fine. This ain't a rebuild. Shea said it yesterday. This isn't year 1 or 2 of a rebuild. They tore this thing down in the first year that Ryan Poles got here. This is a remodel, if you want to say that, but it's go time for me.
Yes.
So I get that, we've all been punished as Bears fans by underachievement. But I can't sit here and tell you that I think they're going to finish below 500 when my rear end was out there screaming from the mountaintops that not only is Ben Johnson the right guy, he's going to solve a lot of your problems. You need to fix the interior of their offensive line. Well, you just spent $70 million doing so. So, I appreciate the improvements they've made, and I think they've made some really good decisions, and now that needs to, show up on the field, and they need to win more than they lose this year.
Tommy, it just has that new coach smell. I'm not swayed by the press conference, but I just think I could see the Nagy bump happening in year 1. Right? Because that was just oh my God, look how fun the offense is. Let's do this and let's do this and let's do this, and all of a sudden the players are loose and they get to the playoffs. And so that very well could happen with this team because of all the weapons there. I've never seen a team this stacked. I don't think I went over the top with it last year saying, oh, my God, look at the weapons. I think that we were just enamored by seeing Caleb Williams under center. But look at what Caleb has to work with. It's on him and Ben Johnson to be on the same page because he's got the protection, he's got the weapons. But as I told you before, Tommy, all that's great with watching the ball in the air. I'm just concerned about getting after the quarterback.
Yeah.
A better sweat and some of the other new parts of that defensive line. Because if we're just going to get gashed again by running backs and tight ends, getting to the second and third level on our defense, then it's the same old on the defensive side of the ball. I don't want to see that again.
No, I'm with you. And I'm not one that believes they're going to get to 9 wins because they're going to hang 30 on everyone and give up 27. I don't think that to achieve what I expect them to achieve, the defense is going to have to carry their weight. This is not going to be, a one-sided approach. If they're going to win more than they lose, they're going to have to play complementary football. Look at some of the offenses they're facing just in their division. And then you look at some of the other, you're going to face Baltimore, you're going to face Cincinnati. Like you're going to be in some shootouts, but your defense is going to definitely have to deliver. The Nagy bump was one I differentiate. Some people want to. I'm not saying you are, but people I've talked to said it's just a lot like Nagy. Nagy was running was running someone else's offense. He was running Andy Reid's offense. Mm-hmm. I don't believe he was. I mean, while he may be labeled their offensive coordinator, I don't think he called plays for more than a handful of games. Ben Johnson brings his offense in. Ben Johnson was had a top 5 offense for 3 straight years as their offensive coordinator. I think Ben Johnson's more equipped as a first-time head coach to step in and make a difference. And then we'll see the Ben Johnson bump. And, look, being a first-time head coach brings some uncertainty. But Sean McVay was a first-time head coach. Kevin O'Connell was a first-time head coach, right? Like, Kyle Shanahan was first-time head coach. Like, I can give you examples of guys who have stepped into the role and been really, really good at that role. Matt LaFleur was a first-time head coach, so I'm not bothered by that, especially because his staff, I think, is so impressive, including Dennis Allen as a former head coach and an accomplished defensive coordinator. Al Harris, if you can't get Tyreek Stevenson pointed in the right direction with Al Harris back there, then I don't think Tyreek Stevenson can be pointed in the right direction. I love Antoine Randall coaching the receivers and Eric Bieniemy coaching the running backs. It's a lot of what they've done, and I have a simple kind of philosophy: make it make sense, regardless of sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no
this
question.
Makes more sense to me than it has in years, guys.
It's just good to see Al Harris give back to the Bears after holding out for the '85 team. It's good for him to be back in the organization, back in the fold. I'm just happy to see Al Harris back in the mix. I was very happy to see that. So did the All-Star Game work for you? I should ask, how much did you watch?
I fell asleep, Jonathan, probably. I watched up until like the 6th or 7th inning. Mm-hmm. And then I actually went to bed and I watched the latest episode of Stick on Apple TV with Owen Wilson. I kind of went away from the All-Star Game, and then I fell asleep after that, so I didn't see it. I enjoyed what I saw, and then I kind of saw the recap of everything this morning. Not the REKAP, but the RECAP of it.
Take that! Take that, Waddle!
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
So like you referred to earlier, the beer league softball guy stepped in and delivered for the National League.
What jackass would say that?
I love Schwarber.
Schwarber's one of my favorite Chicago athletes.
Jackass.
Yes. Agreed. I could not agree more. Maybe it's the Ohio connection we all share.
Yes.
I just think he's tremendous on and off the field. I think he's a tremendous person.
Yeah, and I thought it was cool. I'm not one of these guys. I'm not going to watch the All-Star Game. It is what it is at this point. I'm too old to put my foot in the ground and say this is stupid. It is what it is. You either watch it or you don't watch it. Take what you want from it. But I thought the home run derby minus the speed pitching, I think you got to slow it down a little bit. I thought it was fine. I enjoyed it. And I thought the All-Star Game, guys, it's there for you if you want it.
Sure.
And if not, whatever.
That's okay, too. Yep.
It's an exhibition game.
Agreed.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no hand-wringing over an exhibition game. The only thing we talked about this morning, Tommy, was like, if you're going to have the home run derby, the swing-off, man, where are the stars? Where's Aaron Judge? Where's Shohei? They're on a plane, long gone.
On their way to the Bahamas or whatever.
Gone.
Yeah.
It's like you're left with Randy Arozarena. So that's the thing that we looked at.
Yeah, you just have to accept that that's kind of what you're going to get. If you're going to hold out for the stars to participate in it, then you're going to be disappointed. If you're cool with whoever steps up there. I think it's actually pretty cool to see other names in that situation. As you said, it's an exhibition. We're not really doing this for anything, so it was fine by me. I thought there was some really good stuff. Love to see. One of my favorite things, guys, is to watch PCA just be a young, mature kid who has kind of ignited something with the entire Major League Baseball environment. He handles himself like he's been in the league for 10 years.
Yes.
He's respectful of the guys that have been doing it for years at a very high level, the people he interacts with. Like, he's just a fun kid to watch succeed.
As
is.
always, Tommy, we appreciate your time. Remember, you're working with Shay today, so watch your wallet.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about my wallet, but I figure I'm going to get yelled at for something.
Just pull him by his beard. That's what I do every morning.
Pulling by his beard.
Yeah, that'll stop him.
Oh my god.
I'm not touching that thing.